All right, let's get to it. And today we woke up to the news again that another Patriot top brass man, the boss man himself, Robert Kraft, did not get enough votes to get into the Hall of Fame. We saw it earlier with Bill Belichick. Robert Kraft's been trying for 13 years.
Yeah.
Like, he's 84 or 5 years old. The clock is ticking. Let's just keep it real.
84 years old.
Right.
So, I mean, you're right. It's not even being funny. He's 84, and for him, I would imagine, what more do I need to do? I imagine in his mind, right? I've done everything. We've won all the rings, and at some point, I should be selected. But again, like you mentioned, not the case. Not him nor Bill Belichick this year.
No. And Kelvin, I am of the belief that this is a pattern officially, because it could have been everybody had the idea that that Robert Kraft engineered this so that Bill Belichick didn't get in. You remember, he's the one who put together the documentary that kind of belittled Bill's input on it and had it focus more on Tom Brady and other stuff and not Bill Belichick, so that he was kind of like Bill Polian working the back rooms.
Yeah.
Let's keep Bill out. And then he doesn't get in as well. And now I'm looking at this as a pattern. Because you look at the Patriots and this team, and a lot of guys on it. Nobody's in from this team. The owner's now not in the Hall of Fame. The coach that everybody thought would get in with no problems not in. And now I think the voters of the Hall of Fame have to keep it consistent and not vote for Tom Brady. It's got to be a hat trick. You got owner not getting in. You got coach not getting in. And now Tom Brady should also have to face the same wrath. And I think there's a good chance of it. I know a lot of people say, oh, well, that's different from Brady because he went to Tampa Bay and won. But if you're going to punish what went on in the cheating, and that's what this is, it's got to be. Do you consider this punishment?
It has to be.
It has to be. What else could it be?
There is no person who should be more sure first ballot than you would think Bill Belichick.
And even the owner. Right?
But at least you could say, maybe, I'm trying to find a hypothetical where you could say, well, he's an owner, he wasn't out there. At least Bill was obviously the one coming up the game.
But I'm saying he's been out there for 13 years. Okay.
And, so listen, let's put it like this. There's no owner that can ever get in if he can't, based on the metrics. There's no coach that would ever get in if Bill Belichick doesn't get based on the metric. And then you would imagine in 2 years, 2028, Tom Brady. Because check this out. Robert Kraft has to look at them and say, we've had 11 championships since I've been the owner. We've had 3 different regimes of head coach and quarterback.
Right. You mean that got to the
Super Bowl.
Right.
So
he's the constant denominator.
He will be the common denominator. So what more does an owner need to do to get in? I got 11 rings on my watch. And it's not like I'm owner for 70 years.
You mean AFC rings? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And then you have yes, AFC Super Bowl appearances. I'm sorry, Super Bowl appearances. Let me be clear before they start trying to chop me down. Super Bowl appearances. And then you have a coach who has so many, and now you got Tom Brady in 2 years. So this has to become, to your point, where it's going to be institutionalized, where they're saying, we don't buy, we think, they're either going to say, we'll vote you in, but not first ballot, so that you can have a blemish when you go into Canton, and there's the blemish, or they're going to have to say, never. I don't think it's going to be the latter. I think it's going to be the middle. I think they're going to say, you know what? We can't sit up here and rest on our laurels for too long. We can't look people in the eye and say, I kept Bill Belichick out. I kept Tom Brady out permanently. But what I can say is, I believe you cheated, and there has to be a penance for it, and I'm going to put a blemish on you, and that's what we're dealing with. They're saying, y'all not going in first ballot perfectly. You cheated the system. You cheated the game 2 to 3 times. Here's a mark.
Yeah, but mission accomplished, and that's what I'm saying, is the blemish that you're talking about. When you write those obituaries and those stories about them long term, it is going to be that Bill Belichick, who won 8 Super Bowls, 6 as a coach with the Patriots, but was barred from the Hall of Fame on his first try, that has sparked a controversy. So there will be a little bit of that, right? That's a part of his story now.
You know what it did, Rob? Because you've been covering this league since 1987. And I've been covering this league now for 21 years. I've been in this business. There's someone a little younger than me who kind of can't. I remember something about.
Now you know about it.
And now they're like, oh, I thought Bill would have been a shoo-in. I thought Robert Kraft
Let
would
me
have been a
read
shoo-in.
about this.
Now
Why?
they're reading about it. Now they're seeing. And now they have for their own self to go, man, what is the level of cheating that I'm comfortable with, or I think is just, gamesmanship? And I think that's what now the big thing is just done. It's kind of recreated or resurfaced, I should say, the stories and the narratives that I think they were hoping were dead. They were hoping everybody forgot because they had won Super Bowls post then, so they were thinking maybe everyone forgot about that. But now it's resurfaced, and now people are really considering. How many conversations have we had? Some people get it. Anonymous coaches have come out. Hey, they cheated the game. I'm not saying they shouldn't get in eventually, but they did cheat the game. Others are saying, are you crazy? It's the greatest coach ever. That's the greatest quarterback ever. And now are they going to keep the same smoke for Tom Brady in 2 years? That's going to be an interesting thing to watch.